You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
And this video has been brought to you by...
I don't know who this black guy is who's hosting it. This is supposed to be country music. No offense. I mean, y'all have hip-hop and basketball. You know what I mean? It's like, just fly with your flock, bro. I'm not against you, but you're up here being like, the melanated people invented country music.
At the CMT,
We was making country music in Wakanda before Johnny Cash and Merle Haggard done stole the black man's country music.
And...
Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
We need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
And this video has been brought to you by racism. Racism is accepted wherever true Americans are.
perfect.
Ain't nothing happened. If you keep following me, you're gonna regret it. I will file a report.
Well, I'm trying to make one.
Well, you're fired. Get out of here now. What's up, world? What's up, world? I'm being harassed. Let's take you on a trip. Walk this path. You see this? Hello? Yo.
18.
Get off of me.
Real and Benito with him.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
Not
Hey, yo. Record this. Please record this.
Come on, stop.
Get off of me. I'm going home. Get off of me. I'm filing a report against you. I hope you know this.
Stop.
Get off of me. I'm not fighting you. Just get off of me.
Stop.
Get off of me.
Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
Get off of me. I've done nothing wrong. You can't arrest me. Off of me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Get off of me.
Come on, man.
Get off of me.
Don't have to be this way.
Get off of me.
Don't have to be this way.
Get the...
Don't have to be this way.
Get off of me.
You're not cooperating.
Hey! Yeah, thank you.
Come on.
Get off of me. I told you I did not want to speak. I have nothing to speak to you about. Get off of me.
It's not how this works, okay?
Get off of me. Get off of me. Yo. You're fucked up. Get off of me.
Come on.
Get off of me.
Come on, brother.
Don't touch me. Do not touch me. Yo.
So this is just to further prove that racism does exist in this country and that black people will just be followed by the police because of insinuation, because of a random accusation, because, oh, you look like somebody. What does that mean? So you're basically saying that I fit the description of another black person, which is also stating that all black men look the same, right? So this is a cop, right? Supposed to do their due diligence, supposed to do the detective work, be the greatest detective, right, on the planet, right? Supposed to be on there, Bruce Wayne. And this woman who stated that she's a cop was slowly driving by as if she was trying to pick this dude up. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like this cop was, was on the stroll trying to, pick somebody up real quick to see what it is, right? But then when she couldn't get him to basically, have a conversation because, again, he wasn't under arrest, she was slowly driving next to him. Notice the lights weren't on, no sirens, no none of that, right? Backup was not there or anything like that. You didn't see a multitude of cop cars when she was there, right? So then when the brother started walking into an area that had a driveway, right, that she was able to move her car through, she proceeded to follow right behind him yet again. And then when the brother was cutting directly through the parking lot, again, he was not running. You don't hear his heartbeat. You don't see him sweating. You don't see him trying to duck and dodge through bushes. So I just want to get that out the way because some people sit up there and try to insinuate and state that he had something to hide, that he did something that, well, if he knows that he's innocent, then why not just talk to the cops? If it was me, I would have just talked to the cops and squared all of this away instead of being so difficult. At no point in time did he, as a black man, have to quote unquote cooperate and stop and answer any of the officers' questions because they're supposed to already know the information. They're supposed, if you know that you're looking for a guy, you're supposed to have his description, what he looks like, how tall he is, his ethnicity, some type of approximate area. You're supposed to have all of that. It's not up for the person that you see in order to prove or corroborate any of your evidence or theories that you have. Right? So then, again, as he proceeded to go directly through the parking lot, again, he was going at a slow pace. The woman decided to, she was like, I'm about to lose track of him. Let me back up. Let me move forward. Matter of fact, let me just leave the car here and proceed to get out the car. So you see her get out the car. She puts on her hat, and then she decides that she's going to walk directly behind him. Right? Not that she was going to start running out of the car behind him. She wanted to start walking. Right? And she proceeded to walk, and he's still sitting up the recording, walking at the exact same speed that he was walking from at the beginning. Then at a certain point in time where she saw that he was about to cross the street, she's like, oh, no, 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 no. We're not going to allow you to cross the street. Let me sit up there and start jogging, something I haven't done more than likely since training, which is more than likely 20 years ago. Let me start doing that. So then you can see her do that. And then she's holding on to him for dear life because she's losing air as if she's an asthmatic because she more than likely hasn't exercised in quite some time. So she's literally gripping on his clothes as if he's trying to get away, as if he's running, as if he's really a criminal, right? And he's holding the camera. He's like, get off of me. You can hear the most relaxed. This dude was so relaxed. It was crazy. Get off of me. Get off of me. You can't arrest me for anything. Get off of me. Right? This is what he is stating. He is doing this in a fashion, in a way, to show that he is not trying to go after the cop. He is not trying to sit up there and get out of her grasp or anything like that. He's trying to show that he is not resisting anything at all, even though she's trying to make it seem that way by the way that she is gripping on. She's gripping on this dude as if he owes her child support. That's how she's gripping on this dude. Craziness. She is all on his person for no reason. Now, just imagine if that was the other way around, right? It would be a problem, right? It would be outrage all over the world. But nobody says anything when it's somebody like her, right? With her complexion, who's a cop, having her hands all over a black man who was innocent, didn't do anything wrong. Didn't do nothing wrong. Now, some people say, well, Seiji, how do you specifically know that this man didn't do anything wrong? Well, I'm glad you asked that question.
Hi, TikTok. Okay, I don't normally like doing videos like this, but it's time to update and explain the situation. So, that day started by me being woken up by my brother to go to the store and get some smokes. On my way back from the store, the police officer had shouted out to me saying, hey, I think I'm looking for you. And I had responded to her, no, you're not. So I just continued walking on my way. And as I'm walking down the street, she starts pulling over and I can hear the car creeping by me. So I then pull out my phone and I start recording the situation, which is where you get all of that. That whole time, I was being followed, and then after the video cuts off, there were 6 other officers, so 7 officers in total, 7 squad cars in total on me. I was forcefully arrested. I was tased twice in my left abdomen, right here and here. Don't know if you can see it too well. But yeah, I was tased twice. I was dragged around on the ground. I was pretty much beaten. They scraped up my knee. They messed up my elbow. So I'm trying to show you guys everything. But yeah, this is the damage that they did to me. And they threw me in jail overnight and released me the next day without pressing charges against me and not really telling me what I was even being suspected of or charged with to begin with. So right now I'm just currently looking for lawyers, trying to build up my case, get all the information I need. Lawyers aren't cheap, so it's going to take me a while to get this set up the way that I need to, but lawyers aren't cheap. I am looking though, and well, I'm okay. I'm healing. I'm laughing because I know I have a lawsuit, so I laugh about the situation. But I appreciate all of you for sticking around this long and watching this update video. Thank you. And for those who wish to donate, my Cash App is in my bio. I made a video showing where my Cash App is. You can donate at any time. Anything is helpful. I'm grateful for anything, and thank you again. Bye, TikTok. I'll be sure to update again in the future.
So that was the young man again explaining specifically what took place from his side. We, in a sense, saw the side of the video where the police decided to follow him, then they decided to arrest him, didn't pretty much do anything else, right? They didn't read him his rights or anything like that. They didn't even give a valid reason as to why it is that he needed to be stopped, why he needed to be arrested or anything like that. The only thing that we heard specifically from the female officer was that, hey, I'm trying to make a report too. She didn't state any specifics. Nothing. At that point in time, if a cop really wanted to get somebody to talk, they would lay everything out. That's not what she did. The second officer that came directly up there that he was cordial to, you heard the officer, hey, brother. And then the guy was like, hey, don't touch me, don't grab me. And they still proceeded to do the exact same thing. One male, Caucasian, one female, Caucasian. Hey, it's America. So then as he's explaining it, his brother basically woke him up. Hey, I need you to go to the store, get some cigarettes real quick. So he proceeded to, do as he was asked to do. And then you have this random woman basically stating that you fit the description. And that's pretty much where the video ends up cutting in. And you can see that the young man was tased, which was crazy. You can obviously see that they took him down to the ground because he has, some scrapes, right? You can see where the scabs are and all of that. And as he stated, he's not going to, get dramatic or emotional about it because he knows and he understands that he's alive and well, and that those officers, well, I'm sorry, not the officers, the taxpayers are going to have to foot the bill due to the effect of the bad officers, the bad police training that we were clearly able to see at that moment in time. I can only imagine what the rest of it actually looked like. Because remember, when he was, in a sense, arrested, the officers decided to knock the phone directly out of his hand so that he could stop filming because they really needed to sit up there and arrest him because they knew that they had their man, and they didn't. What did he tell you? Hey, they sat up there and had me in handcuffs and, XYZ, and, they let me out, and I was never even charged for anything. So then one would have to ask, why was it that they arrested him again? Was his rights even read to him since he was being arrested? No, that wasn't detained. He was being arrested. Detained is, hey, we're going to sit you on a curb. Hey, just sit right here for a minute. Just stand here for a minute. I need to ask you some questions, right? I'm doing my detective work, right? That's what they normally do, right? That's not what they did. That's not what they did at all. This young man could have very easily, we've seen this time and time again on social media, and we've seen how things like this play out. in all honesty, this young man has actually beat the odds. Because if you were to compare this to many of the other videos that I have either shown you guys or I've covered or things that you may have seen, he beat the odds because he's not even realistically supposed to be here. Given how many times that we've seen the alternative, how this always ends up. He's not even supposed to be walking right now. He's not even supposed to be talking right now. So I understand why it is that he is directly in high spirits. He full-fledged 100% has a lawsuit. And if you want to find out how that is in a sense going, he made a third video, but you can go directly to his TikTok and just so happen to search out that video if you would like to. And if you would also like to have conversations with him, all of those things. His TikTok is listed directly in front of you to the right side of the screen, right below him. Like I said before, this is egregious. This is ridiculous. Some people will say that, oh, the young man was acting too nice. He should have had the attitude of XYZ and yada, yada, yada. Right? They would have said that, he should have became Samson himself and just started wrecking shop. Like I said, I'm just listing that because too many times we all have these theories that we feel how somebody should have reacted versus what we would actually do whenever this takes place. I'm just happy that this young man is alive. I ain't judging his reaction on what he should have done or anything like that. I'm happy he's alive. I'm happy that he's able to see another day. He's able to be around his family. He can celebrate a birthday. He'll be able to hear his favorite, album. He's also a gamer as well. He'll be able to play, the next Apex update or whatever else it is that, he will want to do. I just wish in the sense that things like this would not have to happen to our young men. There's enough things that they have to go through and deal with in life. This should not be one of them.